Hello everyone and welcome to my new Fallout New Vegas series.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
you're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
My name is Adapt.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
He is perfect. Just as I thought it would be. Just a casual, nice, normal player. Just look at the mustache and the receding hairline. It is great. I just love it. Look at it.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered.
I'm
Okay.
not too sure about that.
No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room, over by that Vigor Tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race. Ooh, looking good so far. Go ahead and give the Vigor Tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
Strength at 4 because I am not going to be using melee for this playthrough. Perception at 7 because I am going to be using guns. Endurance at 3 because it is pretty useless. Charisma at 6 because it's pretty good for the late game. 7 intelligence for the XP gain. 7 agility for some extra action points for VATs. And 6 luck for some crits.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn are dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
For my tag skills, I chose speech, guns, and then finally medicine.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
I did not know what to choose for my traits, so I just went with the stuff that I knew. So I did skilled, just to get some extra points, and a wild wasteland to have some fun.
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Money, 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 money.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. Well, I thought it might help me find a next of kin, but it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway. Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
I am not going to be doing a survival playthrough today. I am going to go to the saloon to talk to Sunny Smiles. And we are at the Prospector Saloon in Good Springs.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
Doc Mitchell told me you could talk to me about surviving in the desert.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them. That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Okay, I'm
Follow
in.
me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways. Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
This is also why I put some points in agility.
Okay, you're on. Go give them hell.
Well, where are they?
Nice shot!
I had no idea what I was looking at here.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Sure, I'll come with you.
Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
I thought I hit the dog right there. This is one of the only times that I touched the vet button in this video.
Holy moly. If If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty. Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested? Okay, say no more. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Ooh, nice hat. Back at the Prospector Saloon to talk to Trudy.
Howdy. What can he...
Why do they call you E.T. Pete?
Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners.
What's wrong with the NCR?
Don't get me wrong. The NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Good Springs and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away.
Tell me about the Legion.
They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them.
Tell me about the Hoover Dam.
The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory.
Goodbye.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not going to buy something, get out.
I wonder if any of these are useful.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
What was that argument all about?
Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
Why hasn't Cobb found Ringo yet?
Cobb hasn't exactly been looking for Ringo too hard. I think he's afraid that Ringo will ambush him, which is probably true.
Where is Ringo now?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
What are you going to do?
Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
Who are the powder gangers?
Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. Was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now.
What if I help Ringo?
If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there.
Goodbye.
Be careful out there.
If you're looking for supplies, Chet over at the general store can help you out.
Howdy.
I'm gonna go talk to Ringo about his powder ganger problem.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
How can I get to Prim from here?
Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can. Until next time.
We are now at where Ringo is hiding.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
I am not an enemy.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan? You know how to play?
You know that Joe Cobb is looking for you.
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight.
Why are the powder gangers out to get you?
My caravan was on the return trip from California and heading back to the company branch in New Vegas when we got jumped. Not even a drop your weapons and hands up before the bullets started flying. We put up a good fight, but there was too many of them. I took a few of the bandits down before I ran, so I figure their friends are out for revenge.
What are you gonna do about the powder gangers?
I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
Maybe I can help.
We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
You think I cannot handle myself?
I was thinking of myself, actually. Who's gonna watch my back while I'm watching yours?
If you insist.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
I'm gonna go back to the saloon to talk to Sunny.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
Will you help me and Ringo take out the powder gangers?
Say no more. I'm in.
We may die horribly.
That's inspiring. You may want to keep your optimism to yourself if you try to recruit anyone else. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
Any ideas on how to convince Trudy?
A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help.
Would Chet give us any of his supplies?
I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him.
How about Easy Pete's dynamite?
Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over. I'll be waiting.
The first person I'm gonna ask is Trudy.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
You should help us take down the powder gangers. Bullets, explosives, lots of fun.
I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock. Be careful out there.
Hey! Howdy.
I heard you had some dynamite.
Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way.
He probably is right. It probably isn't a good idea to get dynamite to a whole bunch of people.
Yup.
Now I'm gonna go to Chet's general store.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
The town needs supplies to fight off the powder gangers.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
Come on, the town's at stake here.
Look, you're bringing this on yourselves. There's no way I'm getting involved. But hey, I'm sure you can buy what you need.
I'm gonna look to see if I have anything that boosts barter. And I do not. So we're not gonna be getting any supplies from Chet. I'm gonna go talk to Ringo and start our battle with the powder gangers in Good Springs.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help us?
Sonny is with us.
Well, I guess that means we're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do.
Let's do this.
All right, I'm ready. I hope.
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play.
Let's go.
I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
We're gonna go save Good Springs from the powder gangers. There they are. That was pretty easy, and now Good Springs is safe.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things.
You are welcome.
I'll stick around for a bit longer, but I'll be gone in a few days. If you ever visit New Vegas, look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp.
I'm gonna put a few points in barter, so in case a skill check ever comes up again. Guns, because it's my main weapon. Medicine, so my stimpaks are better. Repairs, so to keep my weapons in good shape. And sneak, so I can sneak around better. For the perk, I'm going with Intense Training. I was thinking about going with Swift Learner, but I thought I was still gonna get enough XP later down the line. And I was thinking about Lady Killer, but there's not much females in the game. So I went with intense training and chose perception so my guns will work better. From here I took anything that I used from the powder gangers, that was ammo and guns, and then I went on the road to Prim.
I'm glad that business is over. I like it when Good Springs is nice and quiet. Got a special discount for you after what you done for us.
I sold the guns from the powder gangers to Trudy for caps, and then continued my journey on to Prim. This is my first combat on the way to Prim. They are powder gangers. I did not notice that landmine before I stepped on it, and I somehow broke my arms. But I was able to deal with the powder gangers pretty easily. Not many patrols out here lately, which means not much loot. Our crew is thinking we should make a move soon. Follow the tracks up north, head towards the strip. UN ain't on the chain gang anymore, but we still gotta stick together. We have finally made it to Prim. It looks like there's an NCR outpost here. I'm gonna go talk with the leader of it.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Prim is off limits.
Thanks for the warning.
Be careful. You may want to talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
I'm gonna talk to this guy over here and see if he is the leader of this camp.
I'm Sergeant McGee of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. If you want to talk about something, speak to Lieutenant Hayes.
Where are you from?
I'm from Hub originally, but it's been a long time since I saw it. I'm on my second tour here. Most non-commissioned officers are. Sir.
I guess I'm gonna talk to Lieutenant Hayes inside that tent.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business?
What are you doing out here?
We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing.
Tell me more about this correctional facility.
Most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup. Killed the guards that weren't able to escape, and I've been ransacking the area since then.
What's the problem with your mission?
The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. The convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit. Things are just going slow.
Do you have any information about the convicts?
Not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers, mostly because they've taken to using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought. Most of them, at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support. Goodbye.
You can count on that.
Hey.
I guess now the next thing to do is to go to the other side of town and deal with the NCR's convict problem that have taken hold in that side of the town.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
More landmines, hey, make sure I don't step on these this time. It looks like my minimap has detected an enemy. I should stay on my guard. And there it is, laying on the wall. I'm gonna see if I'm able to take a shot at it. Or maybe I'll try the other one. I have no idea how I missed that many shots. And another one. And another one. But I did end up hitting that one somehow. And I finally kill him. After like 8 shots. This guy worked for the same company that I did. I should go inside the casino and see if there's any survivors from the powder ganger attack.
I don't know what it was brought you to Prim, youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell.
Who are you?
Johnson Nash is my name. Husband to Ruby Nash. Lived in Prim going on 8 years now, thick and thin. I'm a trader primarily, for what it's worth with things like they are. I also run the local Mojave Express outpost.
I'm a courier with the Mojave Express.
Well, I don't got any work right now, sorry to say.
I have lost a delivery.
I'll tell you whatever I can. You have a delivery order you can show me?
What can you tell me about this job?
Oh, you're talking about one of them packages. That job had strange written all over, but we couldn't turn down the caps.
A man in a checkered suit saw the package. Did they pass this way?
Well, now that you mention it, a few nights back, one of the townies was out scavenging for supplies. He said he saw a fellow with a daisy suit come through with some of them Great Con misfits. They was talking about a chip.
One of those men shot me. I need to get to them.
Well, for that, your best bet is going to be talking to Deputy Begum. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend came through. He may have heard where they were going.
What was strange about it?
That cowboy robot had us hire 6 couriers. Each was carrying something a little different. Pair of dice, chess piece, that kind of stuff. Last word I have from the office, it looked like payment had been received for the other 5 jobs. Guess it was just your chip that didn't make it. First deadbeat we hired to do the job canceled. Hope a storm from the divide skins him alive. Well, that's where you came in. Don't go getting yourself shot.
I guess now I'm going across the street to that hotel to find Deputy
Howdy.
Beagle. This is also where the rest of the powder gangers in this town are probably holed up. And they are all holed up here. I bet there will be more. All those points going to Vast basically wasted.
Had enough?
Oh, here's another one. See if this does a little bit better. Yeah, it's doing much better. Yeah, boy. And that dynamite should come in useful later. Some bottle caps. But nothing up useful. And here's the rest of them. Took out one. Probably should re-equip my weapon. Oh, there's a guy right there. I should re-equip my shotgun. This guy just ate that. And that must be the deputy.
I don't suppose you came here to rescue me. I'd cross my fingers, but my hands are numb.
You must be Deputy Beagle.
Why, yes I am. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I'd be most appreciative if you'd set me free.
I've heard you've seen a man with a checkered suit come through here.
Indeed I do, good sir. And I would be thrilled to share that information with you as soon as I am released from captivity.
I'll set you free then.
Oh, that's just marvelous. I think I'll be making my way outside now. The air is a little close in here.
If you try running instead of fighting, I'll kill you myself.
Oh, why, of course. I'd never let you fight my kidnappers with my help, but without it. You lead the way.
This is the first time that I noticed that purified water bottles are actually in water bottles.
Hey there.
Well, that was quite an adventure. We taught those convicts a thing or two, didn't we? Breaking myself out of a hostage situation, not to diminish your role in it, of course, but it was quite thrilling. Problem is, there's still no law in Prim. What are we to do the next time ruffians menace us and hold us hostage?
You're the sheriff now.
Oh no, I'm just a deputy, and I can't be a deputy without a sheriff. It's called chain of command.
What are the qualifications for a sheriff?
It should be someone brave like you, but more of a homebody. Someone who'll settle down and watch over us. I heard the powder gangers talking about someone in the prison named Myers who has some experience as a sheriff. He may be a good choice. Also, with the NCR so close by, you may be able to get them to take over the town. Not sure why they haven't helped out already.
I'll help bring law and order back to Prim.
You will? That's just marvelous. I'll start thinking up questions for the interview. The sheriff that was incarcerated up at NCRCF may be a good choice. You also may be able to convince that NCR guy across the road to take the town under his wing, although martial law doesn't sound so fun. Any luck finding a suitable
Can you tell me about the man in the checkered suit?
Ah, yes. My memory is much clearer now that I'm free from my bondage. I was performing recon, gathering information on some of the powder gangers, when some great cons arrived with your friend in the suit. They were talking about some delivery they took from a courier. I assume that was you? They said they'd be heading through Nipton to Novak to meet a contact there.
I'm probably gonna side with NCR to take over the town, because I don't think I'm gonna be quite welcome at NCRF since it's held by the powder gangers, and about the business we did in Good Springs probably made them hate me. And we're back to talk to Lieutenant Hayes about the NCR taking over the town.
Yeah?
Prim needs real law.
We know Prim is a great strategic point, and we aren't blind to the needs of the town, but we're barely holding our own against the powder gangers. We don't have the guns or the personnel needed to carry out our mission, much less take on defending this town as well.
What do you need to protect the town?
What we need more than anything is bodies. If we had just one more squad, we could easily install a sheriff and still handle our primary objective of protecting the interstate south of here. If you'd like to see the NCR include protection of Prim and its duties, then you'll have to get some more troops up here. Knight at Mojave outpost may be able to help. Sir?
I guess now I'm gonna go up to the Mojave outpost to talk to Knight about getting more men for Lieutenant Hayes to take over protecting the town of Prim from the powder gangers. I believe those two statues up there is the Mojave outpost. More powder gangers. Got 'em. And got the second one. How many are there here? At least they don't have any armor. Do you just see that thing above this building? This is some of the weirdest AI I've seen in the game. Oh, that thing was just a ghoul. Never seen ghouls this far north before, though. It's pretty strange. Oh, and there's a scorpion. And there's an ant. I thought some said that NCR kept those animals off the roads. They maybe have some problems at the Mojave outpost. And we are here at the outpost. I'm gonna end the video here. Thank y'all for watching.